Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my presentation first. And I want to introduce myself. My name is Michael Hoer, and I am the product line manager for the airless range within the Aptar group. And Aptar group, I think most of them know the group. We are American group and leader in dispensing system. What we want to focus this morning is really to show you how we make our airless dispensing range more sustainable, because it is really the topic at the moment. Every customer coming to us are asking about more sustainability for dispensing systems. What I want first is to focus our commitment. As you know, we have a plastic pact that we have with the Ellen MacArthur Foundations, and we have three main commitments. One of the commitments is to have 10% of recycled content into our dispensers. So it is something also what is starting in terms of regulation. For example, in the UK, you know that starting of April next year, it is a requirement from the UK government to have at least 30% of recycled materials into the packaging. If not, you have to pay a eco-tax, and so you have to pay more than if the packaging content recycling contents. Then what we want to do also is to eliminate problematic resins. For example, ABS, SAN, POM are resins which are not recyclable at the moment, and they are perturbating the recycling stream. And therefore, we try to eliminate from our dispensers these resins. Then is make our dispenser recyclable 100%, and that it is not an easy task, because you have to know that by an airless dispenser you have 9 to 10 different components in different materials. No. And therefore, there's a big work, and you have to know that 2025 is tomorrow. No? So it is a very, very close, and we have to be very fast in transforming, we'd say, our range. Recyclability, I think it is the first task. If you want to use recycled materials, the basic is to have a dispenser which are recyclable. And for that, what we do is, and I will start with the end, is to eliminate problematic materials from our dispenser. We eliminate EVA and POM, because we had before these materials in our dispenser, by replacing them respectively by PE and PP. So more simpler materials and also fully recyclable. In the second step, we go to Cyclos. Cyclos is based in Aachen. It is an institute which is very famous for their recyclability assessment. And we make the assessment for all the range, meaning really from the nano to the macro, to have really a certification from an external laboratory confirming our recyclability. And we had a score what is between 96 and 98%. It means that a very high score in terms of recyclability. No? For all the range, depending of the version, depending of the size, knowing that at the end our dispensers are made of 80% of PP and 80 to 90% of PP and 10% of PE. Okay. The CHG standard is something that is elaborated by Cyclos. It is a European norm, because you know that the recycling stream and equipments are very different depending on the region, also in Europe. No? And therefore, they elaborate such a European standard, which is available or valid for the region like Germany, French, and Italy and other countries. To the percentage, what is expressed by the 96%, it means that we can extract 96% of PCR PP from a dispenser following a recycling standard, a European recycling standard. That is the value what is expressing by this 96% or 98%. Then we are going a step further, and for that we introduce recycled materials in our dispenser, and it is what we name a post-consumer resin, and that with a percentage what is above 40%. So it means that our customer can really claim fully recyclable, but also with a PCR share of above 40%. Okay? To do that, because you know that we have the problem in Europe that the PP PCR is not food compliant. That's an issue for sure. But you have to know also that the food compliance is not mandatory to launch a cosmetic product on the market. It is requested by customers, but it is not mandatory. We are not selling food, we are selling skincare products or body care products. Okay? What Aptar do is to elaborate a PCR Plus. It means that we built a book of requirements and select some PCR. There is 3 suppliers able to do that to respect safety in cosmetic. And for that, we are providing to our customer deciding to have PCR in the dispenser with a risk assessment where you have all the data, so all the chemical data, what are the substances, what is the percentage, what is the concentration, okay? With a risk assessment, meaning that we are also given, I would say, a commitment to that and to saying this PCR in the blend 50-50, it is not 100% PCR, is safe for cosmetic application. And that is something that we are providing to our customer, encouraging them to have more and more PCR into their system. Okay? There is also a second way. There is mechanical recycling, but we are proposing also chemical recycling. Chemical recycling is another way. It means that the master batch we receive, so the resin, the PP resin that we have received, it is with a recycled content. Okay? To do that, you have to know that our supplier is using mixed plastic residue or scrap, okay? Transforming it through a pyrolyzed process into liquid oil. So it is the raw material to produce plastic, and then mix it with a standard oil. And then it is fed into a classical plastic or resin production process. It means cracking, polymerization, and through the mass balance system, because it is an accounting system, meaning that for 100 tons of tack oil, so meaning oil produced by this plastic residue, 100 tons is also allocated for this recycled resin. And that is something that we are using to produce our airless dispenser. It means that all the PP parts are ICC Plus certified, okay, with this accounting system, okay, and then containing, for sure, recycled material. What is very nice is that due that this plastic is selling to a higher price to us, that is encouraging our suppliers to produce more and more tack oil issued from this plastic scrap. Also, the advantage is that the properties from this plastic is the same like for virgin. So it means we are fully food compliant, we are REACH compliant, heavy metal compliant, we are fully, I would say, compliant in this case. And in terms of color, it is like a virgin. It is a white, and you can have also, for example, a natural, what is not possible, for example, for the PCR. The PCR, you will see you have some black dots. The coloration is not perfect, really not perfect. So you have seen that there is we have now a white PCR, what is a little bit yellowish. So it is not really perfect. Here, in this case, you have something that is perfectly white, and then you can make your coloration and so on. So it is very close to virgin plastic. And that it is a third way. it is PT and RPT. Why? Because PT, the PT stream is a very well-organized stream. It is, it is all these water bottles, okay? And and today in the cosmetic we have not such a choice in terms of transparent materials, because you have SAN, but SAN you can forget it. Nobody wants SAN because it is not recyclable today. You have some copo materials, but copo materials, the transparency is very nice, but there is no recycling stream for that. Okay, and such PT is very a material which is very also adapted for cosmetic application, because the compatibility is extremely good. We tested with many formulations, and there is no compatibility issues. Also with makeups, for example, and also aggressive bugs with silicones and so on. It's working very good, and also the weight loss is very, very low. We are speaking about weight loss, which is 1%. After aging, where normally with the PT1 we have about 2 or 3% weight loss. Okay, so an excellent material, really transparent, and the next step, which is available, is to have it in 100% air PT, so it means the PCR PT also available. And the advantage that we have with PT, it is food compliant. So you have not the issue that we have with the PP. In this case, it is compliant for food, and so there is no issue with that. So that's the end of my presentation. I think that's it. I will stay here if you want to talk to me. No issue, face to face. I will stay here. Okay, thank you.